So at this stage of the home, when we're drywalling and we're mudding, there can be issues with things that happened by previous trades. And it's important to give your trades the confidence to talk to them and say, hey, look, if you find an issue, let me know. If you try to cover up that issue, you now own that issue. That's the way I am with my trades. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an example here. And I talked to this a little bit in a different video about window returns. So as you can see here, we have the window and it's all framed out and they've already started putting the board on it. If I put this handy measuring device here, I can see that that window's pretty square, okay? It doesn't need to be perfect because the drywall you can correct for a little bit. But if I go on the other side, you can see how much there's a gap there. Now, what's causing that issue? Is it that when the framer basically framed around that window, he didn't keep it square and plumb? Or is it when the drywaller installed it, they didn't put their boarding in plumb? Or is it when the mutter came in that he didn't put his corner bead on plumb? Okay, whose issue is it? Now, when the boarding guys were going through, I talked to them and I said, look, if you have any issues with any windows that are out of square or something's not right, let me know so I can get the framer back to correct it. Like if you find it anywhere in the house, it's hard to do all those inspections when they're installing the board, they get a lot clearer picture. But I said, hey, if you find something wrong, let me know so I can get the framer back to correct it. But if you cover it up and I come back later and saying, hey, that corner doesn't look right or that wall doesn't look right, and you're like, oh, that was the framing, I'm sorry, you've owned that now. That's just the way I am. So just come to me in the beginning. And I say that same thing with the tapers. The tapers come in and they can't make everything right and there's something wrong with the board. Tell me before you try to start floating it out with drywall mud. Let's get the boarders back and make sure they're correcting any issues that they had. This isn't about being angry with the trades or a blame game. It's none of that. It's about telling your trades that please have the confidence to come to me. I'm not going to be upset. Let me know. Let me go to the other trade. Let me get it corrected. And let's just work together so that the final product can be better.